From David Milch's autobiography, Life's Work, his memoir. You may not know David Milch as a TV writer extraordinaire, like I do, from the show Deadwood, who changed my whole brain. And his love of character and his love of history and his love of a good fictional depiction of history in America is something that I adore. But you probably don't have such culture in your life because you're too busy with your Real Housewives of Pokemon Temptation Island or whatever it is that you watch. However, I'm going to read a couple pages from this because I just love it. It's chapter 1, and I already can't wait to share this with people. Talking about his dad's grandfather, Jake, my great-grandfather, whose bed my dad's mother, Esther, may or may not have been sharing, was not a nice man. Probably his most endearing characteristic was that he was a bootlegger. All the boys in the family, my dad's uncles, my great-uncles, were enlisted one way or another to assist him. During Prohibition, what you never wanted to do was collar a really powerful man. What you wanted to do was collar a miserable Jewish prick. So the cops came to collar my great-grandfather Jake, and he said, "My son did it!" So one of my uncles had to leave town and ended up living on a houseboat in international waters. I think there was a warrant out for him. We'd visit on the docks, and he'd stay on his boat. Another uncle started running a joint in Saratoga, the Piping Rock, a casino. When my dad was 17 or so, he worked there for the summer as a busboy, and he loved it. But because my dad was the next generation, the edict was he had to go to college, so he couldn't be involved in nefarious activities. Nobody was allowed to shoot pool with him. Nobody was allowed to do anything bad with him because he had to go to college. One day, one of my uncles comes up to the pool hall, and my dad's shooting pool with a guy. My uncle took the guy, threw him through a window, and broke his neck. He never played pool again. He never walked again. When the people of the family, what they said about my dad was, Elmer can't get involved in what we're involved in. So between that and whatever the hell had gone on in that house, I think he experienced some sense of otherness, lost what might have been the natural environment for his childhood, or felt that he'd been deprived of or cut off from the environment in which he grew up. Even as he was growing up there, that he was in a house that was not his own. My dad became a doctor, a surgeon. He published papers. But clearly Saratoga and the racetrack, if you know, you know, horse racing, were associated in his mind with a lot of unresolved stuff, and every August he would go back. My mother used to say he was a small-town boy from a big city. My dad was a good catch. He was a Jewish doctor, older. What's not to like? Besides the flagrant philandering, he was a hard player, drank a lot. He had residual consequences from a terrible car accident. Buckle up for this part if you are very sensitive about physical things with the anatomy.
Give me that, give me that, give me that, give me that thing, give me that, give me that, give me that thing, give me that, give.
Fail now, please. Every 3 months for 30, 40 years, he had to have dilations, put a rod up his penis, used catheters and sounds to get the urine out. I could make a number of choices in how I tell the story of my dad's car accident. He was on an army base where he was a medic and flipped a truck. He was drunk, supposed to ship out the next day, and out to see a woman. The accident got him caught wrong by my mom. I was convinced when he was in the I was conceived. Sorry, rewind that. Take 2. I was conceived when he was in the hospital after. Use take 2. I've told the story a lot of different ways. I'm not sure if any of it is true. Now, the particulars of my condition, his dementia is what he's saying, make it quite literal that I don't know anymore what parts of the story are true and what are just parts of different stories I've told. But we're all making choices in how we tell the story, and the one thing I would suggest is that what literally happened need not be overly determinative. I was born in 1945. You may know it as a rather significant year in world history. And in my experience, it's most important as the year I was born. And you wonder why baby boomers fucked everything up. I'm going to jump ahead like one page. One year we'd been to Yom Kippur services at Kleinhand's Music Hall. The temple population at the time was about 2,000, and it would fill the harmonic hall. We had taken the car down early in the day, so Dad would have a good parking spot so he could leave quickly. This sounds like my dad. Then we took a cab home to wait, and another back in time for the start of the service. After it was over, we came out of the synagogue, and the caddy, his father's Cadillac, is boxed in by an imperial LeBaron. On Yom Kippur, when all your sins have just been forgiven, Dad reverses hard into the LeBaron. Bang! Then he pulls up again, reverses. Bang! Mom is hysterical, but we get out of the space eventually, and he's away before everybody else comes out, and he can be held responsible. There's always next Yom Kippur to deal with this one.
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, fuck yeah.
Rock and roll music and why I preach against it, and I believe with all of my heart that it is a contributing factor to our juvenile delinquency of today.